So a few definitions. Wavelength of a transverse wave is a distance between 2 points which are exactly in phase and you could say from one wave to the next, but I'm going to say between successive waves, meaning the one after the one before. So 2 points exactly in phase. So that means a crest to the next crest, a trough to the next trough. Next definition is amplitude, and it's the height of a crest. And where is it the height? Above. It's above the rest position. Now it could also be the depth of a trough below the rest position, of course. What is the frequency of a transverse wave? That's another thing which is a property, and frequency is the number of waves which pass a given point in 1 second. If the wave below passes a point in 1 second, what is its frequency? And so you can see this entire wave is going to pass a point in 1 second. So we have to count how many complete waves we have in a second. So there's 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the answer is the frequency is 4 waves per second, or 4, the unit we use is hertz, HZ. So I'll just write that in. And the unit we use for amplitude, amplitude's a height, so it's in meters. And wavelength is also a distance, and it's also in meters. You could use centimeters at times as well. Okay, so this is just a question to calculate a few frequencies. We're saying that the time interval is 2 seconds in each case. So to calculate the frequency, we need to know how many cycles we have in 1 second. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we have 6 cycles in 2 seconds. The frequency is how many there is in 1 second. So 6 divided by 2, which gives you 3 hertz is your answer there. The next one, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 cycles in 2 seconds. And that gives us 5 hertz. And in this one we've only got 1 complete cycle in a second, and that's 1 over 2, which is 0.5 hertz. The next thing we're going to look at is the effect of increasing amplitude, wavelength and frequency on the wave shape that we see in front of us. So if I just draw a wave here, and we'll make it just as high as this. This is an original wave, nice even wave, and then we increase its amplitude. That means that we increase its height, like that. So it's got an increased amplitude, therefore the distance above the rest position is much higher now. So that's increasing amplitude. The next one then, again, if we draw the original wave, it would be important if you were showing that you were increasing wavelength or you were increasing frequency, you keep all other features the same on the wave. So we've kept the same amplitude here and the same wavelength as before, and now we're going to increase the wavelength. So we'll just double it just to make sure, and keep it the same height to make sure that anybody marking that understands that you understand that it hasn't actually got any taller. And so there's an increased wavelength there. That's an increased wavelength, so increased lambda. Okay, it's a black one. And then the third one, if we increase the frequency, so here's our original wave again. And if you increase your frequency this time, I'll put in an orange one here, I'm going to try and double it here. So same height again. I'm going to try and double it. Like that. Okay, so that's an increased frequency. Now just watch and see there that you have got a much longer wavelength here, but a smaller frequency. You've half the frequency. So when you increase F, you're actually decreasing. When you increase lambda, sorry, you're decreasing F. But this is true the other way around. If you increase F, your wavelength has got much shorter compared to what it was before. So you're actually decreasing lambda. But the important thing is, if you're asking a question, to show one of those, that you keep everything else about the wave constant. So in this case, we're increasing A, but we haven't changed the frequency. In this case, we're increasing lambda, but we haven't changed the size, the height of the amplitude. And in this case, we're increasing F, and again, we haven't changed the height of the amplitude. So just be very careful about that.